So the time constant is a very important term. It will give you the measure of how fast your system is attaining the final value. उसके बाद आपका output change नहीं होगा. It will come to one steady state. अगर टाइम कांस्टेंट का वैल्यू कम है तो आपका सिस्टम फास्ट रिस्पॉन्स करेगा, जल्दी इट विल रीच द फाइनल स्टेट. Inverse, if the time constant value is more, it is a sluggish system, that is a stagnant, it is very slowly moving system. It will take lot of time to reach to the final state. I hope you understood. This is one more important term, that is error response, because if you see the block diagram which I have taken in order to apply, okay, the considered diagram, this is the block. Here you will get error. Here is in case of transfer functions also we have taken this is the error, that is actuators, what we call in the first unit we have seen. This is your error signal. It is the difference of जो भी आपका output आया है that and जो input applied है. I had given one example of your car speed. If you want to attain 60 kilometers per hour, so you have to go in steps. If you have achieved 40 kilometers, then reference input is 60 kilometers. So you'll take the difference. 60 minus 40 is still 20 to be achieved. So little bit readjustment in the speed, like that. So error signal is a important term. Kitna error system mein hai, that is important to know. So how to get the error equation is, the error response of the system is it is R minus C, right? Shall I show you? Giving the same reference of this diagram. How you get the error? It is sum of or difference of, यहाँ पे negative है, R minus C. यहाँ पर yes domain है, it is R of S minus C of S. But if you are taking it in time domain, error signal E of t will be equal to R minus C. Okay, error response E is equal to R minus C. So input applied, you know what it is? Unit step. That is 1 minus C of t, output. Output just now we have calculated, C of t, applying the inverse. See, here we have got the output. C of t is equal to 1 minus exponential term. So take the difference, just subtract them. You can take 1 minus of this. So if you open the bracket, these ones cancels, minus into minus plus. So you'll get only exponential term. So this is your error signal. If you try to plot this, substituting t, you know how to plot an exponential signal. Take capital T, a constant value le lo. Keep on substituting t values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is, you will get exponential term. How it looks like? Okay, from the pencil I have drawn it here. You can see. This is how your error signal looks. E raised to minus t by t. Okay, ये जो है, the dotted line which I am showing you with the yellow line, dotted yellow line, it is your actual output, and this dark yellow line is your error signal. Okay, how will you find this error signal? Steady state error, after which there is no change. This error state, steady state error, ESS is given by whatever error you have got, apply it with the limit as t tends to infinity. So this is how we will be looking into details of the different types of errors. As for now, you just take this equation, that is how to calculate the steady state error. That is steady state error, yes, steady state, E subscript, yes. This is whatever error signal you have calculated, R minus C, जो आया है आपका. For this, you apply the limit. Apply the limit as t tends to infinity. So if you do this, take this limit t tends to infinity, I have substituted for error signal. Okay, what is e raised to 1 by infinity, minus 1 by infinity? What is e raised to infinity? I think it is 0. So ESS is 0. So there is no steady state error in this system when you apply input as the unit step signal. Okay, so this is about the first test signal जो हमने apply किया है. Let us go to the second one. Second one, I am taking it unit ramp signal. Okay, again for this also what I will do, starting from the same. How I have started this, I have taken one first order equation, first order system, उसका block diagram मैंने draw किया है. From this block diagram, I have found what is the transfer function. See, till this everything is same. If you want to do it 3 separate derivations, you can go for it. So till this transfer function equation, it will remain same. After this, the change is जो input apply करते हैं, there the change. Here R of S will be different. Again for the same block diagram, I want to go for the testing. Input applied is unit ramp signal. So ramp means R of T is equal to T, right? Ramp signal ऐसे होता है. There is a linear change. So it is given by T and only for the positive time values. Coming to the, because I want R of S, right? This is my transfer function equation. I want R of S, but here it is time domain signal. So I have to take the Laplace transform. So take the Laplace transform of T. What is the Laplace transform of T? It is 1 by S square. You can refer the table also. Laplace transformation of T is 1 by S square. Okay, with this, let me take the transfer function equation. I know that the transfer function is C by S is equal to this because I am considering the same block diagram. Output is given by this transfer function into R. So R is what? Just now I have got R of S is 1 by S square. So substitute that. C of S will be 1 by S square into this. Now what I want further? I want response C that is in time domain. I don't want C of S. I want C of T. So I have to go for inverse Laplace transforms. But before applying inverse, what I will do? ये जो भी answer आया है मुझे, I will try to keep it as simple as possible. For that, instead of going for multiplication, I want either addition or subtraction. For that, how I can do that? Using the partial fractions. Earlier also we have done the same thing. यहाँ पर थोड़ा आपको careful रहना पड़ेगा because you can see the power here. I think आपने partial fractions में different cases you have studied. If the numerator and denominator power is same, how to apply. If the denominator power is big, or how to do, right? So here you can see it is something like this. You have one bracket and you have one more bracket, but you have a square. Okay, so it is not simple like, because yes is also one indicating yes is a bracket, that is yes plus 0. Okay, yes plus 0 square, something like this. So how to expand this? If you have a square, how you expand it? You take a divided by a plus b, one bracket. ये जो आपका factor है उसको आप cover करते हो, plus you go for, as this is a square, you go for b divided by this bracket, c plus d, and you take one more plus c divided by next time c plus d square. Okay, if you come across any square term in here in the factors, you take 2 times. So that's what I have done it here in the partial fractions. It is s square, so that's why first time I have taken s and next time I have taken s square. And next bracket, next factor is as it is. Now finding the values of a, b, c. How will you go for this calculation? Just multiply with this term on both sides. यहाँ पर LHS में both gets cancelled, you will get 1. Coming to RHS, you have a term, a into, out of this, one s is already there, so only the remaining term will be there, plus b into, already in the denominator s square term is there, remaining is this bracket, plus c into, you have this term, see, you have this term here already, only s square is not there, so take that. Hope you understood this. or you can just go in steps. Multiply on both sides, multiply and cancel and keep it. I have skipped that step here. So you have got the equation 1 is equal to this. Now how to find the values of A, B and C? To find this, first time the easiest method is making this C equals to 0. How you can do? अगर आप yes को 0 substitute करोगे तो you'll get that. ये substitute yes as 0, ये नहीं रहेगा. Even yes is here also. So even this will not be there. So only B term will exist. So you get B value. Coming to next. Next time, what value I want? You can take ये bracket दोनों में भी है. So what further I can do? I can make any one of these values 0. So both will be 0, I guess. If you take, how to get this? 1 plus st. This should be equal to 0. Means st should be equals to minus 1. Or s should be equals to minus 1 by t. So substitute s as minus 1 by t. So अगर आप वो substitute करोगे तो you don't get a also, you don't get b also. Only c term will remain. So you'll get b and c, two values from substitution as s equal to 0 and minus 1 by t. Coming to one more, okay, there is no possibility क्योंकि आप देख सकते हो you have got two values at a time. See ये bracket दो terms में है. Similarly, yes is also in two terms. So two possibilities are over. So for the third time, what I will do, I will take any natural value, say 1. You can take anything, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can start. So first value I have taken as 1. So naturally, if you want to go for any one value, I have taken 0 से start करते हैं, but already I have covered 0 here. So next value I can take it as 1. So if I substitute s is equal to 1 in this equation, a into 1 plus t plus b into 1 plus t plus s is 1 c. So solve this. You have already got b and c. So b and c substitute कर सकते हो आप. Substitute, simplify, you will get a. So from the partial fractions, whatever I have got the equation for c, that is a frequency domain value of c, I have simplified it. The simplified term is this. Okay, I have substituted a, b, c. Now I can apply the inverse क्योंकि मुझे time domain का value चाहिए. So applying the inverse Laplace transform for this equation. Okay, what is the inverse of t by s? So t constant है उसको ऐसे ही रखो. That is minus t वैसे ही रखो. You have 1 by s here. So inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s is 1. That is u of t, unit step. Plus you have 1 by s square. So inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s square is t. You can just refer the table, okay? Plus you have this term here. You can see I can split this in the equation like this: t into t divided by 1 plus st. Okay, जो t square term है I have split. So you can see this equation t by 1 plus st, it resembles to the earlier equation. Earlier also we have solved it. Okay, so t divided by 1 plus st, taking this t common in the denominator, t gets cancelled. It is nothing but 1 divided by s plus 1 by t. Okay. Simply splitting this term. So 1t is as it is. So what is this term? It is nothing but 1 divided by s plus 1 by t. Simplification. Denominator में आप t को common ले लो and t cancel हो जाएगा. So what is the inverse of this? 1 by s plus a, e raised to minus at. So e raised to minus a is 1 by t. So minus t by capital T. So this is your final output response. इसको मैंने just rearrange किया है. All t terms I have taken at one side and the small t I have taken it here. So this is the simplified value of the time response when your input applied is ramp signal. Now coming to the error signal. Okay, error is what? Difference of कितना applied है reference क्या आउटपुट आया है. If you take the difference between them, you will get the error signal. So applied is ramp signal, that is T, and output is, just now I have got T minus capital T, this complete value. इसमें से if you take these two, open the bracket, T minus T gets cancelled, you will be left with this term. This is E of T, error signal. Coming to steady state error, as I told you, steady state error is it is got by applying the limit as t tends to infinity. So जो भी आपका error आया है उसको आप limit apply कर लो. So if you apply the limit as t tends to infinity, so if you take this t tends to infinity, e raised to infinity will be 0. So you will be left with t. T is what? Time constant. And in case of ramp signal, when you apply ramp signal as the input to the system, we know the steady state error, what we get, we call it as a positional error in a case of ramp only. Reducing the system time constant not only improves its speed, but also reduces the error. The meaning is that if you, as I said, जितना आपका टाइम कांस्टेंट कम रहेगा उतना फास्ट रेस्पॉन्स होगा. वन मोर एडवांटेज इज एरर्स विल बी लेस. ओके, देयर आर टू एडवांटेजेस. एक तो टाइम कांस्टेंट कम होने की वजह से स्पीड ज्यादा होगा रेस्पॉन्स का, आउटपुट का, एंड इट विल आल्सो रिड्यूसेस द स्टेडी स्टेट एरर्स आल्सो. यू कैन सी दिस इज योर इनपुट व्हिच यू अप्लाई, दैट इज रैंप. ओके, if you see, आपका आउटपुट क्या आया है, this C of t is equal to t minus capital T into bracket 1 minus e raised to minus t by t. This is your output. If you sketch, if you draw, keeping different t values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, taking time constant, एक कोई भी value ले लो, and if you want to, if you try to plot the output curve, it looks like this. ओके, एंड इन दोनों के बीच का डिफरेंस क्या है, टाइम कांस्टेंट है. एरर आपका रैंप ऐसे है, आउटपुट ऐसे आया है. सो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस हियर. वी कॉल दिस एज लैगिंग टाइम, दैट इज कैपिटल टी. जितना ये टाइम कम रहेगा उतना एरर कम होगा. यू नो, ये जो कर्व क्या है, इट विल ट्राई टू रीच टू दिस. सो दिस टाइम, however, as small as possible, the time, it depends. If you reduce the system time constant, speed तो obviously increase होगा, error भी reduce होंगे, it will try to attain, you know. So this is one graph for a ramp signal as a input applied to the system. As a bracket, you know, here in the bracket I have shown you, यहाँ पर steady state error we have calculated directly, and we have got t. I can also calculate steady state error by using the final value theorem. I think you have studied by what is initial value and final value theorem already in the Z transform, and now you are into Fourier transforms. So you should be studying about this. So according to this final value theorem, the steady state error, it is the application of the limit of this. This is in time domain. You can also take it in frequency domain. So this is your final value theorem. So if you use the final value theorem, limit, yes, keep it outside. Error is difference of reference input minus controlled output. So reference input is ramp. In case of its transform, it is 1 by s square. Output, before applying the partial fractions, we had got this. So further, if you simplify, you get again the same. दोनों मेथड से आपको जो भी स्टेडी स्टेट एरर आएगा, आंसर सेम होगा. यहाँ पर भी आप चेक करो, how we got steady state error, we have got it as t. Here also, if you apply final value theorem, you will get it as t only. Now coming to the third one, the most simpler one, I guess. When I apply the same consideration of the system, same consideration means you have the input, you have a forward gain 1 by ts. Okay, same block diagram I'm considering. There is a feedback. For this, I want to find output kya hoga when I apply impulse as the input. I think ये आप impulse response भी बोल सकते हो इसको. So impulse, we know what is the input, that is r of t is denoted as delta of t. Okay, it is not equal to 1. Okay, delta is what yesterday I have shown you in the previous session. Impulse, the amplitude is at a time t equals to 0, it is infinity. Fine, but the Laplace transform of r of s is 1. Coming to this, what I will do, making use of the transfer function equation, c by r is equal to 1 transfer function 1 by t, 1 by 1 plus ts. So applied input is impulse, uska value 1 hai. Okay, here it is 1. So 1 into this. So output is equal to, in frequency domain, r of s, which is 1 into this. So further what I can do here, as the coefficient of s I want it as 1, I will take t common in the denominator. You will get s plus, you don't have t term here, take 1 by t. And ye jo t term hai, I have taken in the numerator, 1 by t divided by s plus 1 by t. This is your output, controlled output, but in frequency domain. I want it in time domain. So take the inverse Laplace transform. So if you take the inverse of this, inverse Laplace transform, what will I get? 1 by t, okay, constant hai, keep it as it is. Remaining, you have 1 by s plus 1 by t. It is similar to 1 by s plus a. A is 1 by t. So it is e raised to minus a into t. So a is 1 by t. So this is your final output. That is a response, impulse response. I think these type of signals you have already studied in case of convolution. That is how to find the impulse response of the system. Now, just an analysis, graph draw करने के लिए, substitute time t equals to 0. Okay, I should start from t equals to 0. So taking t equals to 0, what you will get? 1 by t. Output as 1 by t. Take t as infinity, e raised to infinity is 0, so output is 0. मतलब जब आप start करोगे signal, okay, at time instant t equals to 0, no doubt you have an exponential term here. So exponentially there is a negative term here, it is decreasing. And it will reach 0. आपका output 0 reach होगा when? At time infinity. So I have just drawn it here. So somewhere at infinity time, it will come to 0 value. So this is about the impulse response. So I just, collectively as a summary, I have written, we have first, we started with step, right? So we started with step when I applied step signal as the input to the block diagram, to the system, which I have considered. I have got this as the output. Then I went to ramp. When I apply ramp signal, this is the output I got. Okay, you can just cross verify. Same equations I have written. Third one is when I apply impulse, what I got? This one. 1 by t into exponential. This one. Okay, so there is a slight relationship between these three. We know there is a relationship between all these three. If you take the derivative, you will get step. If you take the derivative, you will get impulse, right? Or if you go in reverse, integral. Similarly, unke jo outputs hain, if you take its derivative, check the equation, what we get. Take the differentiation of this equation. Differentiation of t with respect to t is 1. Minus, you have simple t constant hai, which is 0. You have plus differentiation of this term. T constant hai, वैसे ही रखो. Differentiation of e raised to minus t by t is minus 1 by t into e raised to minus t by t. So ये दोनों t cancel हो जाएंगे, you'll get minus. So you get minus. So अगर आप इसको differentiate करोगे, output, not even inputs, even outputs also they are related in a derivative manner. So if you take the derivative of जो भी आपका ramp का जो input है, जो output corresponding आया है, if you take its derivative, you get the answer for this step. जब आप स्टेप सिग्नल इनपुट अप्लाई करते हो जो आंसर आता है इट इज दैट. सिमिलरली again take one more derivative. Differentiation of 1 is 0 minus differentiation of this minus of 1 by t into e raised to minus t by t. ये माइनस माइनस कैंसिल हो जाएंगे, you'll get this back. So जैसे इनपुट्स डेरिवेटिव मैनर में रिलेटेड हैं, their outputs are also related in a derivative manner. So suppose if you know this, if you know the how your system is giving you the output, अगर ramp input देते हैं as an input, no, ramp signal is given as an input, then by applying the derivative you can find that output. Okay, you can find that output which we get when we apply impulse as the input. Try to understand. अगर हमको रैम्प का आउटपुट पता है तो हम इम्पल्स का आउटपुट फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. अगर हमको रैम्प का आउटपुट पता है हम स्टेप का आउटपुट फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. इट इज लाइक दैट. Okay, so this is how we deal, and in today's session we have seen 3 different inputs applied to the system. Okay, what was the system considered? The system considered for our calculations is very simple. It has got unity feedback. You can see बहुत simple system है. This system has got a unity feedback. Okay, there is no h term here. It has got a forward gain of 1 by t into s. So keeping this as a standard, ये जो system है इसके लिए we have applied input first time as unit step, second time ramp, and third time impulse. So we have seen in today's session these 3 responses when we apply step, ramp, and impulse as the inputs for this particular considered system. Okay, so in the next session we will be looking into how to get the time responses for second order systems. So today's session we covered first order. Now we will be looking into in details of second order systems. Okay.